This could be lots of fun.
I killed a man.
You know this case is going to be very prestigious.
You're Miss King Harbor, and we love...
He apparently preys upon ambitious slut contestants.
Look out!
Hello?
Why aren't you sleeping?
Please, why are you doing this to me?
A pretty girl like you needs her beauty rest. You want to stay healthy, don't you?
And now the theme song begins, and we start the traditional swimsuit parade. Walking, here's the beat. Walking, 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 good. The audience is adoring each and every one of you. Mere words cannot describe our fascination with this goddess of our imagination. Then the woman of our dreams walks into view.
This is your first contest, isn't it?
Yes.
What's your name?
Charlene West?
Charlene.
Disgusting. Lois, did you say something to me?
The way some of these girls will throw themselves at a man like Eddie Carruthers just because he's a minor TV personality. It's disgusting.
No, don't be so shy. Equipment like that, it's a terrible waste. I know a winner when I see her.
You don't mean Charlene West, do you?
I know ambitious, loose women when I see them, Murray. And so does Eddie Carruthers, judging from that singles bar smile he's giving her.
Well, I always thought that Charlene was a very nice girl. I mean, I gave her my vote for Miss Congeniality.
There are always girls who will do anything to win. I like to make sure the best contestant wins, and not one who will sleep with a vulture like Eddie Carruthers.
Walking? Good. Love her.
Oh, cool.
Ladies,
Boy, am I glad to
ladies,
see you. You would not believe what Lois Ames just told me about Eddie. She said that...
Murray, keep it down, will you? We don't want everybody to know why we're here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, according to her,
Beautiful. Keep
he's
it
a
up.
vulture.
She said that?
Oh, yeah. Not only that, he preys upon ambitious slut contestants. That pretty well incriminates Eddie Carruthers in my mind.
Yeah, we also ought to put her on the list, Murray. She sounds like a woman with a few axes to grind, you know?
Yeah. Wonder if it's true, though, Cody. About what she said about some of these girls being ambitious sluts who will sleep with the judges in order to win.
Murray, what difference does it make? Come on, this is business. Will you keep your mind on the case?
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, look at me. I mean, we got a boss undercover assignment, and here I have to go let my mind wander on information that's not
And
pertinent.
everyone now knows that girl is you.
What?
You're Miss King Harbor. And we love you. Exclusive. Okay, girls, that's it.
My name's Whitney.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm out of here. I know you guys went through a lot of trouble to set this joke up on me, man, but it's not happening, all right? I'm going home to bed.
Nick,
What?
this is not a joke. I'm serious. We're working.
Yeah, this is an undercover assignment. It's really boss.
I just came off of 2 weeks of National Guard duty, all right? 12 hours ago, I was rescuing firemen from a mountain. I haven't slept in 3 days, and for the last week, I've been eating beans.
Murray and I finished the books early. This case popped up. Now, what were we supposed to do? We didn't know where you were. You were up on that mountain full of beans. We didn't know when you were coming back.
I would have put in for a smaller forest fire, but sometimes the military has a mind of their own.
Listen, Nick.
What?
Nick, this is a very prestigious case for the agency. I mean, the Miss King Harbor pageant. I mean, that's very boss. Working undercover, investigating threats made against one of the beautiful young contestants. It's going to look great on the resume.
Yes.
And confidentially, it's between you and me, being a pageant official is a real gas. I'm telling you.
Come on, buddy. We need your help. We really do.
Yeah.
All right. Just as long as I don't have to sit through a bunch of baton twirlers.
Hello?
How did you like the flowers?
Stop it! Please just leave me alone.
You are alone, Shirley. I always know you're alone.
Charlene, anybody home? Charlene, what happened? Did he call again?
And he sent that?
Funeral wreath.
The Mad Masher?
Yeah, I guess so. Charlene, this is my other partner I was telling you about, Nick Ryder.
Hi. Cody, why is this happening to me? I never did anything to deserve this.
I don't know, kiddo. I really don't. I'm sorry. It's unfortunately with a weirdo like this, you don't have to do anything, you know.
Yeah, well, he certainly is persistent enough. Makes the 7th call this week.
Yeah, twice from here in the neighborhood.
Inside job?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you really think it's someone with a pageant? I mean, it's bad enough that somebody's doing this to me, but somebody I know?
Charlene, maybe somebody doesn't want you to win.
But that doesn't make any sense. Why would anybody possibly care if I win Miss King Harbor?
I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. Listen, let's play this tape, right? See what we got here.
Oh, yeah, good idea, Cody. Given some time, I should be able to get some real evidence out of this.
You are alone, Shirley.
Turn it off, please.
Sorry.
It sounds like Darth Vader. How can you tell anything from that?
Well, it's a complicated process, Nick, but I hope to eventually be able to remove the electronic screening devices and then be able to tell what the real voice sounds like.
Maybe I should just drop out of the competition and save everybody all this trouble. And other people find a way to pay for college without winning one of these pageants.
Listen, Charlene, I know I just came in on this thing, all right? But I got a couple of thoughts here that I'd like to toss in before you go do something that you may regret, okay? All right. Now, first thought is, obviously you're a very nice girl who really doesn't deserve to have this happen to you.
Nick?
Second thought is, Cody, Murray, myself, we've been in action many times before. Now, if we tell you we can catch this character, you can count on it.
So what do you say we just hang in there until something breaks, okay?
Okay.
Good. Great.
I'd better get dressed.
So when do I get my first report anyway?
Chuck, it is still very early in the investigation. It's taken us 2 days just to meet everyone.
Well, put it in high gear, will you, please? Word goes out that Charlie's got this flaco calling him and sticking knives into mannequins. I'm ruined.
I know, so he said.
Listen, Chuck, we have made some progress of a preliminary nature. I mean, in addition to several voice recordings that we're currently analyzing, we've uncovered some suspicious characters, and we are scrutinizing them to the fullest.
You guys have suspects? Why didn't you tell me?
Chuck, you gotta understand, it takes a long time to narrow the field in a case like this.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And we anticipate making progress much faster now that our third partner has returned.
Right.
Nick?
Paula Anderson.
Paula Anderson. Well, that's a nice name.
Thank you. What are you doing? Please don't.
Paula Anderson, Miss King Harbor. Got a nice ring to it, too. Hmm? You know, maybe I can pull a few strings to make that happen. Hmm?
Well, I've really got to be going now.
Listen. Why don't you and I meet later in my dressing room and we can talk about it?
I think the lady said no, pal.
What?
Eddie Carruthers, what the hell are you doing here?
Well, I was trying to have a conversation with a friend of mine.
You talk a lot with your hands, don't you, Eddie?
Am I supposed to know you?
You put a very good friend of mine in the hospital once. Kathy Lornigan, you remember her?
You're the hot-headed friend who wanted to take me apart in the hospital waiting room.
The offer still holds.
Listen, I suggest you stay away from me, mister. You make threats like that to celebrity, you'll find yourself talking to lots of cops and lawyers, and maybe even a few doctors.
What was that all about?
What's Eddie Carruthers got to do with this pageant?
Well, he's the MC here. Also, he's one of our key suspects.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, you remember Britt, the stewardess I used to go out with?
Yeah, actually, I do.
Well, Eddie met her roommate on a flight one time. They went out a few times. She couldn't stand the guy, so she tried to dump him.
Yeah.
The guy flipped out. He beat her up pretty bad, too. He didn't even get busted for it, man. His Beverly Hills lawyer paid her off to keep it out of court.
That supports what Lois Ames told us about it. Maybe we better tell Chuck about Carruthers here.
Yeah, I'd say it puts him right up at top of the class, wouldn't you?
Yeah. You know, this is kind of unusual.
Yeah.
I mean, usually a person who would engage in psychological harassment would rarely actually go so far as to hurt somebody.
Man, that just goes to prove you can't always read life in a textbook.
You guys see Carruthers anywhere else?
Cody, could I ask you a question?
Very interesting.
What is it, Murray? Did you find something?
It's just what I thought, Chuck.
It's negligence, isn't it? That's all. It's over. My insurance is never going to cover negligence.
No, it's clear. This is sabotage.
What? Sabotage?
Hurry, how could that be? We were all standing there when it happened.
That's right, Paz, and nobody even got near that stuff because I was on that stage.
Yeah, I understand that, but this would be very easy to do. See, what somebody did here was they installed this automatic remote control cable cutter to the light bar. All they'd have to do is trigger it, it would cut the cable, and the lights would fall.
What did he say?
You mean somebody could just order this thing to fall and it would?
Exactly, it'd cut the cable. It could have been anybody.
Like good time Eddie Carruthers. Huh?
Every woman's nightmare.
Eddie, what are you talking
You know what?
about?
He probably knows this equipment well enough to pull it off, too.
Wouldn't doubt it.
I think it's time we call the cops.
Yeah.
Look, come on, you guys. You can't tell the police yet. They'll shut down my pageant. I'll lose a fortune on this.
Somebody just tried to kill Charlene. What do you want?
Don't you think I care what happens to that sweet kid? Why do you think I hired you fellas in the first place? Besides, you can't honestly think Eddie's behind this.
3 years ago, your pal Carruthers beat up a girl I used to know.
You put her in the hospital, Chuck.
Sorry to hear about your friend, Nick. But that was at a terrible time when Eddie was drinking. And when he was in the bottle, he was completely unpredictable. But Eddie is dry now. And if word ever got out that the police were questioning him on a crime like this, his career would be finished whether he was guilty or not. Look, all I ask is that you wait until you have more proof. Come on. What do you say?
There's no business like dance business.
Excuse me, ladies, excuse me.
Hold it.
If I could have your attention, I think we ought to call it a day and give our people time to inspect the rest of our equipment for safety. So let's all get some rest tonight and meet back here bright and early tomorrow, okay?
Somebody gonna get killed.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I suppose my personal interview will have to wait till tomorrow, Mr. Allen.
Well, yeah, that's showbiz, I guess.
You have such nice eyes. Have you done any modeling?
You know, Murray, some of the girls don't think that light bar falling was an accident.
They don't.
Some of them got calls, too. And the man warned them that something was going to happen to one of the contestants. And look what almost did.
There, come on. It's all right, it's all right. Charlene, I wasn't going to mention this until a little later, but would you feel a whole lot better if I told you that we were very close to catching the man who's responsible for all of this?
You are, really?
Yeah.
Oh, Murray, that's wonderful.
So you think you can hang in there with us a little bit longer?
Oh, I sure can, Murray.
Great, great. Now listen, I've arranged with Dooley to drive you to the Eden Park Hotel tonight. That's where you'll be staying. And nobody knows you'll be there but us, so you'll be nice and safe. Okay?
Would you please tell Miss West that Eddie Carruthers called? I'm having a few close friends over for a little dinner party tonight, and I'd love for her to attend. Yeah, it would mean so much to me. Thank you.
Come on. It's about time. We've been waiting for 2 hours. My legs are asleep.
Oh, maybe we should have knocked on the door, Murray, and told him to hurry up.
Come on, let's take a look.
Get the door, Murray. I like a man who's security conscious. Murray, what's this?
I don't know. Looks like some sort of component system.
Take a look.
It's not like anything I've ever seen before.
That's because you haven't seen it. Yeah, this is a homemade sound filtering pad.
What's that?
It's used to disguise, distort, and destabilize.
The human voice.
I was really surprised to get your message about dinner.
Well, Charlene, it's just my way of apologizing for this morning at rehearsal, for coming on to you like I did. I was really very lucky you didn't have someone come and hose me off.
Well, an apology isn't really necessary. Oh, I should make a call before we go. Do you mind?
Well, if it's the Riptide detectives you're calling, why don't you just talk to them in person? They'll be at my dinner party, too.
Oh, I didn't realize anyone knew who they were.
Well, I heard about those creepy phone calls you've been getting. I guess that's the last thing you probably needed at a time like this is some jerk hitting on you, know? And sometimes, a man in my position forgets everybody's feelings but his own. Oh. No hard feelings?
No, of course not. Thank you.
Good. Well, after you.
I've got plans for you and me. I've got plans for you and me. I've got plans for you and me.
I don't get it, Murray. That doesn't sound anything like Eddie Carruthers.
Yeah, well, it's amazing what can be done, Cody, to electronically disguise the human voice. Just wait.
I've got plans for
Nick.
you and me.
Nick? What? Wake up, smell the coffee.
I've got plans for you and me.
can use.
Hey, you guys, listen now.
I've got plans for you and me.
That's it, Murray. That's it. You got it. That's Eddie's voice. Nice going.
Great. Oh, yeah, robots. Thanks a lot.
What's this, Murray?
Oh, yeah, thank you, robots. Oh, this is great. You know, I've been waiting for this. This is really boss. You see, I had the computer access police records in other states where Eddie Carruthers lived or worked.
Yeah.
Now, this one's from the state of Nevada. You remember that Chuck Davis said that Eddie spent a lot of time there? Well, here's the police report.
Look, he was arrested for threatening several young women by telephone, right?
Oh, man.
And they were all showgirls, the same M.O. And they never went to court with any of this. Nick, what do you want to bet his lawyers made the same deal that they made with your stewardess friend?
Darth Vader strikes again.
Please don't hurt me.
The choice is all yours, Charlene. Look, I tried to do this the nice way. I offer you wine, I offer you hors d'oeuvres, and look where it gets me. You hit me. No woman ever hits me.
I didn't mean to. Really, Mr. Carruthers?
Oh, Mr. Carruthers, I like it. That's great. Mr. Carruthers. Mr. Carruthers wants your hair down for tonight.
She's not in her hotel room or in the restaurant. Where could she be?
Something tells me we ought to go find out.
Yeah, right. Come on.
Charlene, this could be lots of fun if you just relax. Here. Oh, here is very special wine. For a very special lady.
Mr. Carruthers, I told you before, I don't drink.
A little birdie told me this was your favorite wine. Are you saying it's me you don't want to drink with? Well, that's better.
Oh, no, please, let me go. Please don't.
Murray, did you get a hold of Chuck?
Yeah, he said he'd call the police and meet us there. He was really shocked when I told him about Eddie's arrest in Reno.
How's she doing going over to Carruthers' house? I told her to stay put.
Well, look, this message says that he's inviting her to a dinner party. Now, the desk clerk said Eddie even picked her up in a stretch limo. The guy suckered her right in.
I tell you, if he lays a hand on her, I swear I'll kill him.
I got here 10 minutes ago. He's dead, fellas.
Charlene!
She's alive, Cody. The ambulance is on the way. She's had some kind of drug. I didn't know what else to do for her.
Charlene, what happened? This is all my fault. Charlene told me that she wanted to resign from the pageant. I had to go and tell her that we were close to cracking the case, and now look. I feel just terrible.
All right, come on. Take it easy with you, buddy. We all talked her into staying on. It wasn't just you.
Murray, the most important thing is Charlene's still alive, all right? So don't worry.
It's all right. I'm gonna ride in with her, you guys. She's gonna need a friend when she wakes up.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Listen, we're gonna clean up here. We'll meet you over there, all right?
All right.
Cody,
What?
would you tell Charlene how sorry I am?
I will, Murray. I promise.
Thanks.
I mean, I could hear the stereo from the porch, so when there was no answer, I went around back. The patio door was open. You know what it's like finding someone like that, Lieutenant? A close friend?
Did you know Eddie Carruthers a long time?
Forever. You know, a couple of thousand game show episodes over 20 years. I thought these problems were behind him now. What the hell was Eddie doing? He was supposed to be putting on a simple beauty pageant, for heaven's sake. Oh.
It's all right, Chuck. It's all over now.
I'll tell you when it's over, Brzezinski, if you don't mind.
Listen, Lieutenant, if you want to listen to me for a minute, I think I can save you some time. Now, Carruthers had a history of sexual harassment. He got busted in Reno about 3 months ago, but the charges never made it to court.
How the hell do you people know about an arrest record in Reno? Brzezinski, if I find out you've been tampering with the police computers again, I'm gonna...
Never mind how I get the information, Lieutenant. I should also tell you that we have tape recordings of Carruthers making abusive phone calls to Charlene West.
Lieutenant, the boys in the lab got their sample for analysis. Should we catalog this with the knife and the other evidence?
I'll be there in a minute.
Loaded bottle?
There's enough Mickey in that wine to drug every chick in King Harbor. By the way, I'm gonna need a statement from the both of you downtown. Also from Alan and Brzezinski. Bring along the recordings, because if I have to put out a warrant for you, you ain't gonna like it.
I should have listened to you, Cody. I should have stayed in my hotel where it was safe.
Charlene, Eddie Carruthers was a sick man. What happened was not your fault.
Right.
It wasn't. It's important that you believe that.
He's dead, Cody. I killed a man. And I don't even remember doing it.
Just tell me what you can remember.
Well, Eddie making me drink that wine. I told him I don't drink, but he called me a liar. He said he heard I loved this wine. It was so bizarre, Cody. And then I got so dizzy. And the room was spinning, and then he kept grabbing me. And I tried to push him away. And Chuck was there. And you... Oh, Cody, why did he have to make me kill him?
What do you mean she didn't do it?
Just what I said, Nick. I don't think she killed anybody.
Well, I'm sure Eddie Carruthers is going to be relieved to hear that. Why don't we rush down to the morgue and tell him right away?
Now, wait a minute, Nick. We weren't in that room with Charlene. Cody was. Possible that she remembered a bit of information that shed new light on the case. I've seen it happen a lot. A once forgotten fragment of information inadvertently comes out and bursts the case wide open.
What are you talking about? She doesn't remember much of anything.
Oh.
Then who are you, the amazing Kreskin?
Nick, a lot of people had bad feelings about Eddie Carruthers, right? Any number of people might have wanted him dead. The guy was a jerk. And doesn't this seem like a good way to murder him and shift the focus to somebody else?
I don't know, maybe.
Look, Nick, there's a girl in that room who thinks she killed somebody. Now, I don't think she did it. We gotta help her, you know. We gotta find out who did it. And we got suspects. Let's check them out.
All right, count me in.
Good.
Me too.
What about the alarm?
The alarm's not on. Listen, are the cops still out there?
Yeah, they're having a cigarette.
What'd you get, Murray?
What, Murray? All right, this is Eddie's personal computer, right? All right, this is financial records right here. Now, according to this, he's been making deposits of $10,000 every month into his bank accounts. And that's not income either. Now, that revenue is unaccounted for.
Yeah, he probably used it to finance his wine collection. Look at this, you guys. There's a lot of expensive grapes in that closet over there.
Not bad for a guy who supposedly stopped drinking years ago.
Chateau Chenard, 71. This is a very good wine.
Hey, leave it to a guy like Carruthers to have private stock like this, but serve the girl he's trying to seduce a cheap Chambly.
Wait a minute, what do you mean?
Murray, you remember that bottle top that Quinlan showed us today?
Citrano Vineyard Chablis, that's right. I remember thinking that it was awfully tacky of Eddie to serve that to Charlene.
Doesn't track, does it?
No.
All right, here's another one. Quinlan said that the whole bottle was spiked. Now, why would Eddie want to do that? All he needed were a few drops in her glass.
Because Eddie didn't spike it, that's why. That's what I've been trying to tell you guys.
You know, you're absolutely right, Cody. Eddie Carruthers was murdered, but Charlene didn't do it.
Attention all units. Unit 37 is in pursuit of 459. Suspects heading west on Bale Street.
Yes, Eddie and I were married. But it was a long time ago, and it didn't last.
Lois, do you mind if we ask you what happened?
It's certainly no secret. The whole town knew at the time. Eddie didn't think that marriage should slow down his social activities with other women.
Lois, we think someone other than Charlene killed Eddie.
And you're asking yourself if I hated him enough to do it? The answer is yes. But what I always lacked was the courage. Otherwise, I assure you, I would have killed him long before this.
Well, at least they're not concealing any weapons, are they?
Is there something we can do for you, Quinlan?
Why don't you drop the charade, Alan? I know you were the guys in Carruthers' place last night, and when I prove it, you're going to pay for those 3 police units that you wrecked.
Did you happen to get the plate on that car, Lieutenant?
No, I didn't, Nick. I just dropped by to give you the good news. I just booked your little sweetie pie, Charlene West, for murder 1.
What?
You're kidding me, Quinlan.
Oh, she did it all right. Those weird phone calls you guys taped? It was Eddie Carruthers. He just put too much pressure on her, and she flipped out. 3 guesses whose fingerprints are on the knife that he's wearing in his chest. It was pure, cold premeditation.
You know, guys, I think Lieutenant Quinlan may have a point.
Oh, come on, Murray.
No, I know. I hate to admit it as much as you do, but, well, sometimes people do get carried away by their emotions, and I don't know, you gotta admit, guys, that Charlene has been acting awfully emotional in the last couple of days.
I don't buy it, Murray. People who are that upset do not plan out a complicated scheme like this.
Yeah, that's right. They usually just go ahead and dust the guy.
Yeah, now what we gotta do is figure out how the killer made that spiked bottle of wine work. I mean, how did he know for sure that Eddie was gonna drink it?
You know, that's a good point, Cody. I mean, a real wine connoisseur would never serve an inexpensive bottle of Citrano Chablis. It'd be very tacky.
Yeah, not when he's got a closet full of the good stuff, he wouldn't.
Yeah, exactly. You know, there's another thing that's been bothering me. I mean, isn't it awfully convenient that Eddie would be making these phone calls to Charlene? I mean, by doing that, isn't he handing the killer an ideal situation?
You see? See, it doesn't feel right, does it?
No.
And where do we go from here?
Wait a minute. Where do you usually go to meet all the people that hate a guy?
Gee, guys, I think it's kind of poignant, don't you, that two famous game show hosts like Bob Eubanks and Gene Rayburn should band together and share this moment of mutual sadness. To bid a fond farewell to one of their own, a fallen comrade.
Murray, we're talking about two television performers here, not war heroes, okay? I first met Eddie Carruthers when I came back from Korea. The war really had an effect on me, and, well, Eddie helped straighten me out.
He helped out a lot of us in the old days. You know, that was the thing about Eddie. He could be the biggest jerk in the world to everybody else. But he always lent a hand to a fellow game show host who needed a break.
A fellow game show host, imagine.
I remember one time I met him on the streets of New York City. He hadn't worked in 5 or 6 years. It was after the quiz show scandals. And when he found out I needed work, he went right to a payphone, made some calls for me.
You mean to say that Eddie Carruthers was implicated in the quiz show scandals?
Oh, sure. In fact, that's when he and Chuck Davis first worked together. It was on $1 Million Jackpot.
I used to watch that show. You mean to tell me it was rigged?
And when the network found out, it was canceled.
Wow, no wonder everybody seems so smart.
It was almost 10 years before anybody would hire either Eddie or Chuck.
Did Chuck Davis ever clean up his act?
Rumor around town says that the Celebrity Stakeout was canceled last year because it was fixed.
It was a very big hit in syndication, but something just wasn't right.
That's kind of interesting. Chuck's the one that told us about Eddie's Reno adventures.
Yeah, led us by the nose is more like it.
Chuck Davis. Now, who else but somebody in the business would know how to sabotage that lighting equipment?
Well, gentlemen, you've been a very big help. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Elijah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Nice to meet you.
I'm a big fan.
Oh.
Big fan.
Come on, Murray.
What probably happened was that Eddie figured out the game shows were rigged, right?
Yeah.
They started blackmailing Chuck about it.
That's what all the money in the computer's about.
Well, that makes a lot of sense to me, Cody, but there's one thing I don't understand.
What?
I mean, why would Chuck hire us if he was going to kill Eddie, right?
Well, for the illusion, Murray. I mean, look how long Chuck's phony concern for Charlene had us fooled.
Oh, yeah, but wasn't he taking a big chance having detectives around?
Oh, he probably figured that we'd help the police nail Eddie for those phone calls. And everybody would believe that Charlene killed him in self-defense.
That's so complicated. I know.
Well, you know, son, that still leaves Eddie's phone calls. I mean, how could Chuck know that Eddie was making the calls? I mean, it's not exactly the kind of thing to tell somebody you're blackmailing.
Yeah, well, guys, I think I may have the answer to that one.
Murray, what are we looking for?
Well, you know, it occurred to me that if Chuck was experienced enough to sabotage that light bar, well, he also might have the knowledge to operate the sophisticated audio equipment. You know, Chuck might have constructed a phone voice using the soundtracks from Eddie's various game shows. That's what I'm thinking.
Murray?
Yeah?
Here's one that's labeled work tape. Check that out.
Could be it.
Yeah?
You're alone. Flowers. Hi. Sleepy. Hello.
See, it's just as I thought. By lifting various words from these show tapes and editing them together, it sounds like Eddie actually made those phone calls.
That's great, Murray. What will we do without you?
Thanks, Cody. But you know, all this evidence is pretty circumstantial. I still don't know how we're gonna nail Chuck.
You know what, Murray? I said we make a tape of our own.
So, you guys think you might have some new information on this case? That's terrific.
Yeah, I think you're really going to enjoy some of the stuff we've come up with.
I can't wait to hear about it.
Listen, Cody, you're always talking business, okay? Why don't you relax for a change? Let's just order some wine and have a good time, all right?
Waiter, my friends and I would like a bottle of wine. Bring us some of your Citron Vineyard Chablis. So, fellas, tell me everything you know.
Well, I think some of the stuff we've come up with is pretty surprising. For example, you realize that Eddie didn't make those calls to Charlene.
But the police positively identified his voice on those tapes you made, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. See, it was Eddie's voice, but Eddie didn't make the calls.
I don't understand.
Blame the tape, Nick.
You see, Murray was in the sound booth, messing with some of the equipment. Listen to this.
I just wanted you guys to know Chuck Davis killed me.
How about that? Murray's a very clever mimic, isn't he?
Oh, no, Chuck, you don't understand. See, that's really Eddie's voice. Murray edited together clips from your game show tapes.
And we think that's what Eddie's killer did, too, Chuck. He faked Eddie's phone calls to set him up for murder.
It's pretty amazing somebody could do that, isn't it?
It's unbelievable. Let me do this.
Chuck, then there's this wine you just ordered. You see, that's exactly the same kind of wine that Eddie served Charlene before he died.
What a coincidence.
See, we think the killer gave Eddie the bottle and told him it was Charlene's favorite wine.
Hey, where's Murray anyway? What's he doing?
Oh, he went to the bank to check on Eddie's personal account, remember?
What's Eddie's bank account got to do with this?
Well, you see, Chuck, we know you killed Eddie. And if the wine doesn't get you and the tapes don't get you, your deposits to his personal account will get you.
Sorry, Chuck, your show's just been canceled.
Okay, I've got the tackle boxes.
Oh, no. They definitely do not allow this. It's in the rule book somewhere, I'm sure of it. Miss King Harbor is definitely not allowed to carry fishing tackle, ice chests, or anything else regarded as unqueenlike.
Oh, you won't let me cook, you won't let me clean, and you won't let me carry anything. Now, what can I do?
Well, actually, I think you're doing it.
She is? What is it she's doing, Cody? What?
Smiling, Murray. She's smiling. There's a time when I didn't think you were ever going to do that again.
Well, me either.
You know, I think this is really neat. I mean, who would have thought it would have turned out like this? After all you've been through, you would have stayed in the pageant, won it, and collected the scholarship. This is really boss.
Oh, boss is a good word for it, Murray.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are really wonderful, you know it?
Thank you.
Well, I just... Cody?
What?
Let's not forget Nick.
Murray, forget Nick.
Oh, no, we can't do that, because he hates it when he misses the kissing. No, come on, we gotta go get Nick. He likes with the kissing.
Nicky, Charlene's got something special for you. Nick? Oh, Nick? That's okay, Nick. Don't get up. As your friend and your partner, I'll collect for you.